Good morning, everybody, from day 34. Jordan and I are at Kittatinny Point Visitor Center near Delaware Water Gap. We're officially starting in New Jersey this morning, and our goal, well, I guess it's not a goal, we have to get there. Jordan's Jeep is parked 16 and a half miles south on the trail in Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. So we have a 16 and a half mile hike today, Sobo on the trail. I got duck under some trees. And it's not a lot of elevation, so this is actually going to be my first time on the AT in Pennsylvania. It's not a lot of elevation gain. Don't know what the rock situation is here, but hopefully 16 and a half miles isn't too ambitious. I guess if it is, we can get off somewhere and hitch or call a shuttle service, or maybe even his mom to come pick us up.
Or I can run ahead.
Or Jordan can run ahead. Yeah, he's got his running.
Except my keys are in your vehicle, so I gotta go get them.
Oh my gosh.
Good thing you're talking about this.
What an amateur. BRB. Oh my god, that would have been the worst. Jordan is running back to my car right now with my car key to get his Jeep key out of there, because otherwise we would have showed up to his Jeep after hiking 16 and a half miles and not have been able to get in it. This is like, that would have been a nightmare. Thank God he realized before we got too far. Otherwise I would have been making him run back 16 and a half miles to get my car. Anyway, while he's doing that, I'll just check in real quick. So yeah, we're at Delaware Water Gap. It's quite a busy road. We're going to be going over the bridge, crossing the state line from New Jersey to Pennsylvania in just a few minutes here. And yeah, my Achilles still aren't feeling great. They're kind of still the same as they were when I got off trail on Monday. Today's Saturday, so I've had 4 0 days essentially, and my Achilles just still feel tight and like not super great. So I'm just gonna try to hike through it today. Sorry if there's loud traffic in the background. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm just gonna try to hike through it today. They feel loosened up this morning. But yeah, we'll see what happens around mile 10. Jordan's coming back, so I'm gonna sign off this intro and I'll check in with you as we're crossing the line. All right, we are walking up to the bridge. Goes over the Delaware River. It's bizarre. So we actually started our day right down there. That's the Kittatinny Visitor Center. So we started there. We walked this way, across the bridge. We looped through town of Delaware Water Gap and came up through the woods. And now we're back to where we started, almost just on the other side of the river. And then, yeah, We're in Pennsylvania, y'all. We got the rocks. All right, so we are at the Mount Mincy Overlook. That's Mount Tammany in New Jersey, which Jordan and I have actually done before, soon after we moved to Pennsylvania. So yeah, I don't think the trail actually goes to the summit of Mount Mincy. We're just on a rocky overlook on the side of it. But it does continue up this way towards the summit, so who knows?
I thought it did.
We'll find out. All right, so the AT does go to the summit of Mount Mincy. I didn't think it did because the Far Out app doesn't have it listed, but looking at the trail map on All Trails, this is Mount Mincy, so definitely better views at the overlook, but at least now we can say we summited it. All right, hey everyone. So we're on a fairly flat section, so I figured I would just come on and give a little update. I did post a YouTube short the other day, but just in case some of you haven't seen it, I just wanted to give an update about my cat Zeke. We did have to put him down shortly after I got home on March 31st. He deteriorated pretty quickly after I got home and seemed to be in a lot of discomfort and pain. We took him into the vet because he was ripping out fur from his paws, and basically we really just wanted a game plan of how to proceed with him and how to keep him comfortable. And long story short, his skin was just sloughing off all over his body, and there was fluid coming out from the open areas where his skin had sloughed off. So the vet seemed to really be encouraging us to consider euthanasia that day. She did, of course, provide other alternatives to seeing a specialist and whatnot, but she wasn't very optimistic that we would get any answers or positive outcome. And all the while Zeke would be continuing to suffer. So he was 14. We made the decision to euthanize him. Jordan and I both stayed with him to the end. And then we brought him home and buried him in our backyard next to some random tulips that were growing. So yeah, he's back there. But yeah, that's really it. I don't really want to talk about it a whole lot, but I wanted to give an update in case anyone didn't see the one that I provided via YouTube Shorts. So thanks everyone for your kind words and thoughts and prayers. So that's it for that topic. See you later. All right, we're here at Kirkridge Shelter in Pennsylvania. This is the first shelter that you get to if you're going to Sobo, or obviously the last shelter before you leave Pennsylvania. We're at 7.5 miles from the Kittatinny Visitor Center. There's a nice privy over there. I'm not really sure if there's a squatter living here or if there's just a bunch of stuff lost, because there's a grill, a folding chair, what looks like maybe an umbrella. There's some ramen, some seasoning, a hat, a bunch of stuff left up there in the back of the shelter. And then yeah, this blanket or towel, and it looks like there's stuff piled underneath this plastic being held down with logs. So I'm not really sure. There's no one here at the moment though, so We thought we'd come up, but it was like a short, probably not even 0.1 miles off the trail. So we thought we'd come check it out. There's some pretty decent views out this way. Probably not much views once all the leaves are grown in, but right now it's pretty decent. The only downside to this shelter is there's a giant radio tower back here, but again, maybe in the summer it's not that imposing once the trees are leaved. Is that a word? Leaved?
Sure.
Yeah, there's a water source back there, apparently. Yeah. What is this sign? Joe Herbert. Lost but not forgotten. Loved and missed by all who have crossed his path. Walk on. Huh, I might have to Google that and see. It looks like he was maybe an AT hiker that got lost. I don't know. I'm gonna Google that later. But we're headed back on the AT south. That's what this sign says, if you can read through the glare. We are only probably like just under 3 miles to me hitting my 300-mile marker. Welcome to the Appalachian Trail.
Welcome to Roxavania.
The number one tip at the trailhead before you hit the AT, make sure you have your car keys. Looking at you. We are here at Wolf Rocks, and I have to say, when you have Achilles issues, coming to Pennsylvania and tackling its rocks is probably not the greatest idea anyone's ever had, but here I am, hobbling across uneven, loose, angled rocks. But on the bright side, this looks like prime danger noodle territory, and there are none because it's in the 50s today. So it's a trade-off. All right, guys, I have just officially hit my 300th mile on the AT. I got off at Allen Gap in North Carolina, Tennessee at 289.7. So I had to do 10.3 miles today in Pennsylvania to hit the big 300. So we made a little makeshift 300-mile marker out of some sticks here. We're gonna kick them around to follow Leave No Trace before we leave, but so exciting. Hey guys, we are a quarter mile from the parking lot at Wind Gap, and all I have to say about the last 8 miles or so is that I completely understand why everyone freaking hates the AT in Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania specifically, because I feel like I can barely move. Granted, this is a lot probably because I pushed too hard, too far on sore, tight Achilles, but yeah, everything hurts. My Achilles, my feet, my knees, everything just hurts. And surprisingly, I've still somehow kept basically a 2-mile-per-hour pace. I don't know how that happened because I feel like I'm moving barely 1 mile an hour. But yeah, we've been out just 15 minutes shy of 8 hours. So by the time we do this quarter mile, it'll probably be just coming up on 8 hours. And yeah, and then Jordan's got to drive me back to my car at the Kittatinny Visitor Center, which is only like a 15-minute drive. And then I think we're gonna find somewhere to eat, as long as I can move and get out of the vehicle. But what do you think of it, Jordan?
It's the rockiest section of the AT I've done. I wouldn't do this last section again.
Yeah, he's done a number, I think, of sections in northern Pennsylvania on the AT for trail running, and he said this is the rockiest section he's been on. He would definitely never even try to trail run it. So I hope that's the case and he's not exaggerating for me to feel better, but this could be the most miserable day I've ever had of hiking. The morning was fine, the first half was good, but this part sucked. So I'm going to end the video here so that way we can just get back to the car, and I'm going to sit in my misery in the car on the way back to mine. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. See ya.